How you all doing? It's another great Monday here in Dublin, and we're back for another one of our Monday morning chats, uh, motivational chats. Today, I'm actually really excited about this one because I was asked to talk about something specific, and I absolutely love when you guys do that. When you come and ask me to just talk about something very specific. Here we are. This is for Shane. Shane Weldon got in contact with me on YouTube, and he asked me to talk about a subject. In his comment, he specifically said this. I'm going to read it out to you guys. Balance is very important. Hope to bump into you someday in town. I'm sure we will. Could you do a talk about how it's important to do something you love in life and not a slave a job you hate just for the money? Thanks. Here's the thing. You kind of have to understand your own priorities, and I can't tell everybody that your priorities are wrong, because that's not the case. Like you have to understand what makes you happy, and there are people who are very happy at doing a job that necessarily is not that fulfilling for them, but they get the financial rewards from it, and if that is what you want and value, that's absolutely fine. Then you are doing what you want to do in many ways. The thing is, try to fit that mold into everybody else around you. That's pretty messed up, because if anything I've learned in my lifetime, it is that I've been lucky enough to consider that I've been doing a job that I always wanted to do. I've been given some amazing opportunities along the way, and I jumped at them very, very gladly, and they've led to another opportunities, and there's almost been like a path that where when you look back, you're gonna go like, okay, I did that, and I learned this, and because I learned this, I'm now able to do this. But the thing is that I did all of those things very well for one good reason, and that is that my focus was the job, not the financial reward of it. I did what I loved. And here's the thing. You can be good at something. You can be very, very, very good at something that you don't necessarily like. But to be the absolute, not, I hate to use the word best, because best is, but to be at the very, very top of your game, you have to love it. That's the only way. And I believe to make a difference in this world, you have to love what you do in a bigger scale. And it's, Shane, you're right in a way that it is so important to do something that fulfills you more than just the financial need, like that you just do the job to survive. I remember watching this documentary. There's a great documentary on Netflix about happiness, and there was a guy who was a rickshaw driver in India, and he literally lived in a little, not much more than a tent with his whole family. But the thing was, he was so grateful. He was so happy with what he had, and that he had the opportunity to be that rickshaw driver. And that suddenly makes him much happier than somebody that is on a well-paid job here, has a nice enough house or apartment, but don't like what they do. That rickshaw driver in India is more successful than the guy that makes a load of money but hates what he does. It's as simple as that. And I understand, we talked about this before, that there are a lot of outside pressures on you, that you should do this, you should do that. But you're the only one who decides what you want to do. Like, you're an adult, and if somebody's putting that pressure on you, then it's time to have a very, very serious conversation with them. And it might not be the nicest conversation in the world, and I'm sure they mean good, but then it's time to have that serious conversation that, look, this is the way I am. This is what I want to do. If you got a problem with it, I love you, but you're gonna have to deal with it. It's not my problem that you have a problem with what I do. It is your problem, and I have to do what's right for me. So the thing is, at the end of the day, nobody is gonna look out for you more than yourself. If you feel the pressure that you have to lead to a certain kind of path in your life, you just have to step outside of it and think for a while that who are you doing this for? And if the answer is like, you're doing it for your parents, or is that doing it for your parents what's going to make you happy in the end? I mean, I'm extremely lucky in that sense as well, that my mother is so supportive of what I've always done. She understands that I go after what I want to do. She's always tried to help me and guide me the best she can, but she never forced me on any path, and that's allowed me, in a lot of ways, the fact that she believed in me. It's grown me to believe in myself, and maybe that's one of the things that in my life is the big changer, that I was brought up in an environment where I was allowed to believe in myself. And maybe that's going to make me more focused on what I want to do. I understand that not everybody had the same upbringing, and if that's the case, it's never too late to wake up and kind of realize that, this here right now is actually about you. It's not about anybody else. And it's not, here's the thing, it's not being selfish to put yourself first, because you can't be great for other people if you're miserable within yourself. And they might not see it right now, but in the long run they will see it, or if they don't see it, then unfortunately they're not worth it. I'm sorry to say this, but they're really genuinely are not thinking of you. They're thinking of themselves, and selfish people has a tendency to kind of drag us down, and anything that drags us down is just getting in the way of your personal success. Surround yourself with good people. That's the number one thing. Yes, Shane, it is very, very important to do something you love. It is okay to do something along the way that necessarily isn't what you want to do right now, as long as you see it as a stepping stone towards something that will eventually lead to something that you love. And as long as you have that path clear in your head, you know where you're going, you know what you need to do, those steps become easier because there's a purpose for every step. So yeah, there we go. That's this Monday's motivational talk, rant, whatever. Enjoying some coffee here at the moment. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Let me know in the comments what you think about all the stuff that I just talked about. Are you doing something you love, or do you think you should be doing something else, or do you think that desiring to do something you love is just all rubbish and you should just be happy with what you got? Whatever it is, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications, and I'll talk to you more tomorrow.